What is up, guys? My name is Matt. This is Puff Chuff Gas. Today I'm going to be changing it up. I'm no longer going to be making cannabis-based content, at least for now, just due to the change in the YouTube guidelines and the change I've had in heart. I found a little bit of inspiration. Yesterday I was online reading and I learned about this hashtag walk away movement. I came across even a YouTube channel of a Mr. Hing, a young man who was evidently previously a member of the left who has chosen to walk away and be more conservative-minded. I just wanted to make this video kind of as a thank you to Zach for being what is for me essentially just the straw that broke the camel's back, in that I've kind of wanted to be making this type of content where I can, put an opinion out there and just have a discussion with some people who are willing to actually talk about it, because I have a difficult time doing that with my peers in real life, it seems. So hopefully I can get it rolling online. It seems Mr. Zach here has done quite well for himself in the last couple of weeks, just off of spilling the truth and sharing how he really feels about the world around him, and I really respect that. So I kind of want to take a page from the book and ride the wave. Really respect you, Zach, So I kind of want to give a shout out to just the fact that you put such an emphasis on choice and self-improvement in your videos that you've uploaded so far. Just very inspiring to me. So thanks again, and I'm going to get a little bit more into kind of where I stand as far as party politics goes. And my whole thing is, as an independent thinker, I really just don't subscribe to party politics at all. As soon as you start dividing lines, whether it's based on, appearance or thought, because that's really all that the party is people who have like-minded ideas. Once you draw those lines and start creating sides of humanity, you and I are all family, we're all brothers. I believe in a self-evident God who gave us free will to choose, If you don't think that, then we need to have a conversation, but, we can't rush too quickly to say who's, what label just based on how their brain works. It's foolish to me. It prevents real conversations from being had. So those tactics that many of my young peers have on the left, they have driven me to, in a sense, walk away. But from more than just the left, from party politics. People need to be having the real discussions, about the real issues in America. When we talk about things like the legalization of guns, or, whether or not certain mechanisms on the weapon can be legal, it's crazy to me that people don't see it's just more rules that, big bad government can come after you for. And the more rules there are, the more likely it is you're breaking a rule without knowing it. And what that does is it creates, a selective process of prosecution where, let's say, they really were thorough about every single rule. If they come into anyone's home and just find out you're breaking them, that's trouble for you, man. And at the end of the day, you should be able to defend yourself if you have enemies, let's say, who have a position of power in your local government or police force. So, to me, it's just ludicrous. If anyone is punished for having a mechanism that's just physically possible to occur on Earth, and then you saying that that's wrong. People hurt each other. It's the weight put on your actions. I myself have a lot of different beliefs that kind of have kept me from being in either party, whether it's that I'm pro-life and pro-gun, but also pro-drug legalization, and anti-union and anti-welfare. I don't really believe that the American man is any longer in a state where he needs a union to be able to negotiate for his salary and work. I believe that people are getting smarter every day, and it would be difficult if we had to set up those type of negotiations personally, but I believe it's possible. I think that America is a wonderful place, and I'm very happy to be alive here. There's a lot of opportunities that being in this country offer to me that are better just because I'm here, and I respect that. People who want us to be socialist, they don't understand that. A free market is a good thing. Even in my opinion, a minimum wage is a bad thing, just because it limits the amount of laborers that are out there. There would be more jobs available without minimum wage because you'd be able to negotiate for different types of things. It's ridiculous to me that you want to make those types of things illegal. You're really actually removing opportunities from the table. People, especially people on the left, don't view themselves as a marketplace object, which they are. You are a person who's born with an allotted amount of time, and you have to spend that time, doing something. You get to choose what that is, whether it's work, whether it's, learning and improving at a skill. The people who are successful here in America are people who are working either large amount of hours or they have high valued skill, and there's a reason that they're at the top. There are some individuals who will, find a way to cheat, and it's up to the government to, stop those individuals from gaming the system. But for the most part, people in America who are successful are people who are putting their efforts forward, people who are going out and being the change that they want to see, and if you're sitting around protesting and talking about how you don't like so-and-so just because of what they say or think, it's ridiculous to me. I talk to these people who tell me I voted for Trump wrongly as a young man, that I helped put the wrong man into office, and it's very difficult because I don't see it that way, and they can almost never give me an example of an action that he has taken to wrong someone. They always just tell me they don't like his personality, or, he is a racist. They have internet jargon. And the reality is, I don't see how you guys can spout that off as your own thoughts. You haven't questioned it for yourself. There's so many people on the left who are blindly ignorant, who just claim to understand the things that they're talking about, and they really don't. It's extremely frustrating, and that is a big part of why I'm walking away. I do just hope that I can put this out there and start to build a community of people who might want to talk to me about various issues and actually get to the core of the conversation. It's ludicrous the amount of labeling and separation that is created when people just butt heads because they're on different sides. That doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. But like I said, mad respect to my man Zach. I really like what you're doing. I agree with you on a lot of different things, so no hard feelings if I go into a couple of the concepts you've covered here. But yeah, man, much respect to you. I'm gonna try and be doing daily content of just some type of conservative skeptic commentary where I can put an opinion out there and hopefully get some good commentary back. Hopefully we can eventually make some change in the world, and I just hope that the independent thinkers that are under fire from the left, I hope that we can all help spread the red pill, and open people's eyes. I really do. Because if there is a total collapse coming from anywhere, it is the machine politics of the Democratic Party. It is really like if you've read a history book, you can know it's the kind of stuff that used to be controlled by the mob. It was, a gang. There is a lot of, negative. I don't understand why anyone wants to consider themselves a part of a party. There is so much negative reputation on both sides of the American two-party system. It is time for a change. We as Americans have the power to vote for whoever we see fit, and we need to make sure that someone who is going to do the right work is put into office, you know. So at the end of the day, when I say that I voted for Trump, I do feel like I chose the lesser of two evils, and I just kind of want to sign off and say that, and I don't feel bad. So let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to cover. I'll see you guys another time.